Hi.
Hello, good evening. Welcome, my name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes, we're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. This evening we'll be creating with, or Barry will, be creating with a Curvy Christmas and quite curvy variety bundle. So yes, so if you would like to pop in a comment, you'll be put into the random draw at the end of the live stream. If you are watching the replay, do pop in a comment as well, and you'll be put into the random draw next live stream. So we'll say hello to people who've come in. Thank you so much. If you would like to comment, you do need to log into your YouTube account, which is your Google or Gmail account. So we have Sandra, Valerie, Steph, Rebecca, Linda, Connie, Betty. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, so don't forget to hit that like button as well, and do consider subscribing to our channel if you would love to see more Stampin' Up inspirations and yes, projects. Projects and inspirations.
He doing so
I was
well.
doing so well. I've got a Tommy, that's why. So say hi, Tommy. Meow meow. We've had a busy weekend or end of the week. We were attending On Stage at Home, which was Stampin' Up's online event. So it went into online due to current situations, obviously. But we had a lovely time with our teamies and extended teamies as well via Zoom. So even though we were watching by ourselves, we are zooming with our teams and saying, going, ooh, ah, wow, what's your favorite? And
Yes.
we've seen the new products, they are amazing. And some new tools, some new, I don't know what you would call it, accessories or trims or, yes, well, new stamps, obviously. Just loads of amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You would love it.
So watch this space.
If you can't wait until January to see the fantastic new catalog, you can join our team and you'll be able to see
pre-order. You'll be able to pre-order from December, so you'll be able to pre-order it a whole month early.
Wow.
Okay.
We still haven't ordered our because if you attend the On Stage, you can do a pre-order or pre-order. We call it PPP. But there's so many, we have to like restrain ourselves.
Yes. So, but we probably will give him.
Yes. And there's one suite that Barry and I really love. So and I think you love it as well,
Yes.
don't you? And it's probably gonna go into our PPP order. Can you guess what it is if you are a demo?
So, Kathy, I'm so sorry to hear your news. Hopefully, we can give you some distraction this evening. So yes, I'm very sorry to hear your loss. So let's just hope we can just distract you for an hour and take your mind off some things. So yes, just enjoy. Try to enjoy.
Yes.
All right. So good. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, so it's been a fabulous weekend. It's been really nice. So we've got some new things, and yeah, I'm gonna get messy with you tonight. I don't know why I've decided to get messy. I just had an inspiration. Maybe it's some subliminal messages I heard over the weekend. I don't know. So, but I wanted to get messy, and we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Good. Anything else? Oh no, we're going to do the drawing, aren't we?
We will do the drawing. So this one was the card I created for the Spot Creative Challenge last week, and I recreated it. I stepped it up a bit more during the live stream. So the one on the live stream has gone to, I believe,
Steph Gibson, yes.
So do email us if you haven't done so. I can't remember. I haven't seen one. We've been lax because we've been busy with On Stage, so we haven't been checking our emails. But yes, so we are doing the drawing for this one. As mentioned previously, the the replay, sorry, Tom is trying to get on the table. The replay doesn't get much comments, so you get a lot more, a higher chance of winning if you come back and pop in a comment. Because
Yes.
good luck, everyone.
And it's Sherry again.
Sherry! Wow!
Sherry, we're making all your Christmas cards, aren't we? Oh, no, this isn't a
Well,
Christmas
this is
card.
an all occasion card, so you can give it all year round or
Yes.
use it as inspiration, hopefully. But congratulations, Sherry.
So good, lovely. So that's that. Yeah.
And yes, so at the end of the video, do stay tuned for the random draw, and I'll show you some more projects using the Curvy bundle, which
Is that one there?
yeah, the blog went the blog post went live this morning for the Stamping Sunday, but it was quite hard to take pictures of the 3D project that I created. So
We'll show you at the
stay
end.
tuned.
Good. All right, let's mix you around and let's get messy. Oh, don't want to see it that way. Oh, sorry. Wobble, wobble.
Come on, Tuki.
Lovely. Okay, so get messy. So Curvy Christmas. We are using vellum. We are going to be using some re-inkers, and we are going to be using some alcohol solutions. So some rubbing alcohol. There is another way you can do this with water as well on watercolor card, but I wanted to just get messy, and it just works better with the alcohol because it just evaporates a bit. It just dries and it evaporates quicker, especially on the vellum. So yes, so that's that. So let's start. I need to give myself a little bit of room here. So what you're going to need...
Using loads.
I know, I've got lots of stuff here tonight, so I'm getting really messy. So what you will need to get is I'm going to take one sheet of vellum, and can I just give that to you, Jason? One of the cats don't sit on it and bend it. That's it. And we're going to cut this into 4 pieces. So we're going to be able to make 4 elements to this tonight. Obviously, I'm going to only be making 1 card. Well, we'll see. But I'm just going to cut this at 14.9-ish approximately, which gives me a half, and then I will then cut that in half again at 10.5 centimeters. So basically I'm cutting the paper, my A4 piece of paper, into quarters, because then I can have a play with 4 different designs. Okay, and as I said, we're going to be working with vellum and re-inkers. Jay, can I have some kitchen roll, please?
You don't want to use the...
So yeah, okay. So let's work with the re-inkers. So I'm going to go Christmassy. So I'm going to get a red, and I am going to take a green. So I'm going to take Shaded Spruce, which are two very Christmassy colours. Okay, I may see what happens, but I'm going to grab my paint, and I'm going to use the Frost White paint as well, and we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to grab my alcohol. We're going to need to grab maybe a brush, but the whole idea of this is I'm going to do some smushing. So smushing with a block, which is always fun, which is why you're going to get messy. So if you do this technique, you're going to make sure you wear some old clothes. You're going to want to not worry about getting really dirty fingers. I don't know if you saw some pictures I posted today, but I was really inky. I've washed obviously since, and I'm kind of back to some normality on my fingers again, but you will get dirty, so please don't do this if you've got a very important work meeting the following day, maybe, or something you need to have your fingers photographed or hands photographed or in a picture, because they're going to get dirty. So grab some rubbing alcohol and take our lids off of our re-inkers. And the secret to this, less is more when it comes to the re-inkers, okay? So I'm going to spray.
Are you not using the spritzer?
No, I'm not using the spritzer. And I'm going to pop one down here, and I'm going to do the green, and I'm going to go up there. I'm going to grab a block and I'm literally just going to smoosh around, and we're going to just mix these two colours. Try not to mix them too much because they will go muddy if you mix them too much, because they're not colours which work well together once they are mixed. So just be aware of that.
I keep getting rings.
You keep getting what?
Like the loading rings. Just be aware.
Okay. And we'll move it around a little bit and just proper get that nice and dirty. So pop that on there. Thing. And we will then need to grab our heat tool. So this is going to get a little bit noisy. And we're going to heat set this. I'm doing this the wrong way round. See, told you, this is where you get messy. So you can do this a couple of times. So I'm just going to clear off my table for a moment. Now, this is one of those things that you're going to need to persevere with it, because at the moment it looks a complete and utter mess. Okay, so we can do a couple. We'll just work through this and dry. So we've got our red and our green. And the yellow kind of goes, it's this bit of goldy yellow. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know how this is working, but for some reason the red has got this kind of, like, when it's heated on this vellum, it's got this gold. Now I haven't added any gold to it, so, which is really bizarre. I don't know why that's happened, but yeah, so it looks really messy, but let's persevere. So we're going to do a couple of these. So I'm going to do another one in the same colour family. Did you give me the spritzers?
Sorry?
Did you give me the spritzers?
No.
No. So you can buy the Stampin' Up spritzers and fill them with alcohol, and we will do the same here again. So I'm just going to pop some red down here, maybe a little bit of red up here, and some green in the middle. And we will, I'm going to, and we will just splodge down and move it around, because the alcohol works with it, and it gets proper messy. So, and then because we've used the alcohol, it evaporates quicker. So let's just clear this table off a little bit, because then I can pop it back down again. So have some fun with this if you try this technique. And you'll just need to turn it around a few times. If you're heating vellum as well, be careful not to overheat it, because you will burn it. I will show you an example earlier on of what I did. So we've got a couple there, so we can just dab off some of the extras. So, and that works quite nicely again. So I'm going to do some different colours. If we do some in the greens, so now the problem with red and green is that they don't work well with each other. So if we were to go green and, sorry, if we were to go purple, sorry, if we were to go blue and red, we will mix and get purple. So I'm going to get some Pacific Point and I'm going to use Madame Mambo, so which is kind of like a pinky colour. And we do exactly the same again. So spritz with alcohol.
Duffy said, can you layer the inks?
I can't see no reason why we wouldn't be able to layer the inks. So do you mean by going down and putting it back into the ink again?
Yeah, probably.
I would say yes. I can't see no reason why not. We'll try that on one of them. So we've got that. Let's spritz again. And we will splodge. And maybe I might just pop another bit of the pink over here. See, you're going to get very, very dirty, but just go with it. And then because pink and the red and the blue work well with each other, we then get a middle ground of purple, which is great. Rather than it going a horrible muddy colour, you get a nice, you actually get another colour, whereas the green and the red just goes to mud. So just be aware of what colours you're using. So that one's nice. I'm just going to hold this one up and dry this.
Your finger.
I know.
Wear gloves.
Okay, so let's try that. What you asked there. Who was it who asked the question? Duffy. Let's try it. So we will go back down again and pop some more ink. So instead of wiping this up, I will then pop some more ink around. You just got to remember that this isn't that this is kind of, it's going to look really, really ugly to start off with, and then it's the finished project. So yes, you can do some other layers on it as well. So I'm just going to clear this up, and we'll do one more. So what other colours do we have? We have yellow and blue will give us a green. So we'll do that. I've got lots of examples here. So this is one of those you could say, you have some fun, play around, get messy, and then clean your hands, and then get your nice white cardstock out. So this could be fun afterwards, because I won't be able to clean my hands in between.
Use your chamois.
Yes. So I've got some straight ink on that, but I'm not concerned by that because it's going to get messy anyway. So let's try a Melon Mambo and a blue and see if we can create some green in between. kind of then just want to just make sure you don't overwork it. And then when you, let's just clear up.
I love that green.
Sorry?
I like that green.
What, it's just created?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you reheat from the back as well, that sometimes helps flatten it out. So obviously we're making a Christmas card, so these probably aren't the Christmassy colours. Are you wanting that?
No.
No. So I'm just going to take what ink is left on this block here and maybe just have another, let's just layer up some.
I think it's summer in South Pacific, is it?
Yeah, so
Here
you
for
could have a
Christmas.
summery Christmas. Okay, and there we go. So we've got 4 pieces. We've got 4.
Carol and Sandy loves that last one. Gianni is on vellum.
So there we go. So we've got those. So they are dry and they are ready now to be working with. Obviously, if you want to make them a bit flatter, you might want to just leave them and pop them in a book for a couple of hours or overnight, and then that will flatten them out a little bit. So these are the 4 which we've done. But how I'm going to be using them, it doesn't really matter that they're creased up because a portion of it is going to get hidden anyway. So we've got a nice kind of Christmassy green and red one there, purple and blue, or blue and pink creates the purple, and we've got a nice Christmassy one right there as well. So you can do all sorts. So I've done some earlier on as well. These have gone into a book, so these are a lot flatter now. So I've had them in a book all day long and they've gone flatter. And I kind of overdid it a little bit too much on that. I did use too much red and it went
Brown.
brown, so which is why kind of less is more. That's when you've got to put some of the frost white paint into it. You get this nice, it kind of like creates this nice shimmer spots in it as well. There's another nice one right there. Kind of overworked it a little bit too much. That one there I really like, and this one here. Now this is what I'm going to show you. This is what happens when you overheat it too much. You burn it and it blisters. The vellum will blister. So you just need to be careful. So if you find that you're getting this blistering effect, then you've overheated it. So, but again, you might want that as an effect. It might add something, especially if you're doing kind of like a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A universe type of thing. This looks very university. I don't know. There must be a word for it. Galaxy. That's the one. Not university.
Gian said the brown looks like cinnamon cider.
Yes. And you've got that one there. So depending on what you want to want, and this has got bigger splobs. Shall I put my teeth in and start again? This has got bigger splats of the paint, which I didn't mix in. So you kind of like get some, you can make some really nice galaxy, or my new word, university, backgrounds. And we've got a nice, kind of a nice green and red one there as well. So these are probably, let's see, I think we quite like that one there. I'm going to go with the yellow and the blue to start off with, I think. And we will see, and maybe that one there, and or I'll see what happens with that one there. If you haven't got the alcohol tray, could you pass me that stuff over from the, on the radiator, please? If you haven't got vellum, or then you can purchase it from our online shop. If you haven't got alcohol, You can do it on watercolor card as well. It doesn't give you quite as the same effect because I quite like, but it does. But it's a different. It's slightly different. So this is using the Fluid 100 paper, which you can purchase from us, which is this stuff right here. So available to purchase, which is really nice. It's actually a really nice watercolor card. This stuff is actually on non-Stampin' Up card. I'm going to just give you that, and I'm going to tell you that. But I do actually like the way that the Stampin' Up one has really worked quite nicely. It stayed flat a lot of the time. It's spread out quite nicely. So yes, it definitely is a bit of paper I would invest in. But yeah, use it wisely. And that's what you can do. So you can do this with water and re-inkers, and put re-inkers down on your craft sheet, and then using a brush you can then move it around and dab it on and so on. So that's what you can do if you want to use it with the watercolor. But I do like the effect which it gives you with the vellum, and once it's backed onto some white as well, it just gives you, it's just different, it just looks different. So yeah, that's why I did it that way. There's some examples for you. So let's have a little look then. So I'm gonna work with this one here. I'm gonna see what happens with the yellow and the blue. So I'm just gonna kind of just manipulate it a little bit and just roll it up to try and get rid of some of the bends, and try and at least make it as flat as I possibly can. And I'm gonna grab my trimmer again here. So let me just move my re-inkers out of the way before I get completely and utterly messy. Yeah, can you take all of that stuff away for me, please?
We keep ours on the tray.
Yeah, so we've got the tray which comes with the Stampin' Up storage for the inks, for the new style inks, and you can buy these trays as well. And these trays are actually perfect for storing your re-inkers in, which is great. So Joe's just going to get rid of all of that for me. Thank you. And I'm going to get rid of my messy background. There we go. Tommy, no, Tommy's trying to get on the table. Okay. He's sneaking across.
Well, he's on.
He's slinking across the table.
Because you put stuff on his...
So I'm going to just cut this down. So this just needs to go down to 14.6. So I just need to just take a tiny sliver off of one side. Probably would have been better for me to have taken it to 14.6 to start off with, but hey ho. Just take off that trimmer. So it's just a tiny sliver I needed to take off. But I'm happy with it this way. I will trim it down accordingly depending on what I want to do with how the die cuts work. So let's work onto the card itself now. So you want to grab yourself some Whisper White Thick, and we're going to make ourselves our card base. So 14.6, which is why I cut the vellum piece down to 14.6. And score it at 10.5 centimeters. So apologies for anyone who receives this card. You may get a unique splodges around, maybe, potentially. We will try and keep it as clean as possible. Makes it one of a kind. That's it. So we've got our card base, and we will then take ourselves some normal Whisper White, and we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm just going to cut this down to, again, 10.5 by 14.6. Okay, so we've got those two pieces there. I will save a bit for later. I've got a bit of scrap, which is here. And what I'm going to do is, before I move on to anything, I am going to stamp my bow, because I want my ink to dry before I colour it with some blends. So this is a bow which is out of the stamp set, so the Curvy Christmas stamp set. And we're just going to stamp that in Memento. And then we're going to do some colouring in a moment, and then I'm going to pass it over to Jay, and he's going to fussy cut it for me.
Oh yeah. I said what?
So let's just clean. So that's that one. So I've made a couple of these cards today, so you can see what they look like. I'll show you the different variations of them later. So that's that one. We will grab the greens and let's do a bit of colouring. So I've got myself the Granny Apple Green, Light and the Dark, and I've got myself a Shaded Spruce Dark. So they come in duo packs. You'll get the light shaded spruce as well. Let's just do some zooming in here, and so you can see, and you can see me colour. So I'm using two colours. So I'm using the Shaded Spruce to give me some nice shadows. So I'm just going where I think some shadows would be. And then I'm going to take the light Granny Apple Green. Actually, I just thought this may not work in this colour family, might it? Because I'm doing a Christmas card.
Christmas is green.
Yeah, I know, but I've decided to use the green and the blue.
You want the reds?
We'll see. I'll carry on with this. I may change the vellum background. We'll see. I may not do the yellow one.
It looks lovely, that green.
It does. And then we're just going to do, so we're just going to create a little bit of shadow. So I'm going down with the dark first. And then we'll blend it out with the lights. Like that. So if you struggle with the blending, you kind of do need to just concentrate on the seam and soften it out. So you really kind of just, you can't just colour it and then leave it and walk away. You kind of need to just really keep on going over and over until it smooths itself out. And you probably notice that I'm not colouring the whole thing in first and then going over it and blending it out. I'm doing it in stages. And I think that helps when coming to doing the blending, because it's not drying. By the time you colour this and you get over here, this one's really dry and it's going to be harder to blend out. So kind of maybe just work in sections, and then it's wet and it's going to be easy. It's going to be easier to blend and manipulate it. So you can see, obviously, by me doing this, you can see you don't actually need to be using the light and the dark from the same colour family, from the same pens. You can mix and match. It's just trial and error, really. It's a matter of just having a play, learning what works.
Do you keep putting the lid back in?
I do keep putting the lid back on, sorry. I've come to an end now as well, so it's going to be... It's just habit. I put the lid back on every time I finish with a pen. It's a good habit to be in though, I suppose.
I guess. Yeah, I keep mine open.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one open. And that's why, okay, I've just worked out why the wrong lids go back on the wrong pens. Because Jay doesn't put the lids back on straight away. He leaves all of the lids on the table and then puts them back in at the end. And then I go and pick up something and go, hang on a minute, I thought this was a dark.
When was the last time that happened?
A little while. Yeah. Now I know why.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. and then I'm just going to light
They
it.
told me, yes. Thanks, Gia.
Okay, and then with the middle part, oh, no, I see I can't do it. And then with the middle part, I'm just going to dab some in the middle. Not going to colour it all in, and then I'm going to go over with the light, and it kind of gives it a bit of a speckled look. And there we go. There is my colouring. I'm actually really quite happy with how that has come out.
Really nice.
My colouring I think is getting better, but it's just practice, and yeah, just practice. So there we go. So I'm going to pass this over to Jay, and he is going to fussy cut this out now.
Thanks.
For me. Thank you very much. So let's zoom out.
Did you want a border?
Yes, please. So we have got my bit of Whisper White, my normal Whisper White, and I'm going to take the dies. So the dies from the Curvy dies. So these work with the quite curvy stamp set, which is this one here. So you can buy these at the moment, or you can buy these at the moment as a big bundle, so you can get everything and you save 10% on it. But they're designed obviously to go with the quite curvy, and this will be carrying over into the new catalogue. So this is a new item, but you can get it now. But it works the curves for the stamp set for the Curvy Christmas. So these curves here are matched to work with the curves on the dies, so they work well with each other as well. So I'm going to be using, so that's that, and that's that one there. I'm going to be using this one and this one here. We will be playing more with the quite curvy, I'm sure, very, very soon. I think once we've really exhausted Christmas, then, but when can you ever exhaust Christmas? I'm one of these ones. I say it every year, I should do Christmas crafting all year long because I love it. So that's that. So what we're going to do is we are going to die cut this out. Just need to give myself a little bit of room. So I'm going to bring the Suki up. Oops.
You alright?
Yep. Actually, I need to do it this way so I can see. No, we'll do it that way. That's fine. So that you can see on camera. So we're going to pop it in. And remember with these, your channels. So the cutting edge is on this side, and I want that to be on the inside of the card. So I do actually need to just stand up for a moment. So I'm going to just do that. And the same thing with this one here, the cutting. And I'm going to create myself a channel. So this is the same, this here is the same, and this is the same as the card base. So where I cut it in half, and I scored it in half, so this is so it's going to fit over perfectly. So we just need to make ourselves a channel, and I want that one to be at the bottom. Just going to work out how I want it, and I'm going to have more.
I see you looking.
Like that. Pop our top plate on, and then just pop that down. Sorry about the wobbles. Here we go. Take that off, and now we have got ourselves a centre channel part. My challenge is, I'm going to say it on camera, My challenge is, because I've got a couple of these now, because I've
You're
made a few
mean.
prototypes. My challenge for Jay is to do something with these. And he's now going, oh my God, I can't believe we just said that. So we'll see. Wednesday's video might be that. We'll see. He probably won't. But who would like to see what he does with the offcuts?
No one. Oh, never mind. I've lost one. It fell.
Oh, he's losing it on purpose. He's lost it already. So there we go. So we've got those bits here. All right, so I can sit down again now. So we will get our stamps.
Oh, sorry, Minnie.
Okay, and this is what's going to happen. So we're going to basically overlay these, and we're going to create this channel between it. Okay, so that mess now is now kind of like we've cut that mess down, and it's more of a concentrated mess. And then once we get the stamping on it, and then we do the die cutting, it will work out quite nicely. But your decision is going to be, what one do you want to use? So yeah, I think I prefer it that way round there. So number one, I feel like an optician again, or number two. Number one or number two. Do you know what I mean by when I say number optician? So we've got number two. So we're on that one there. Oh no, we've got ones. One.
Ones.
I've forgotten what one was one. I think that was number one, wasn't it? I think that was the winner. Yes, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, 8 by 5.
So that's that. Right, so we are going to take the starry stamp. So I'm going to go with the filigree one at the bottom and that one. So it's just a matter now of so we're going to do that one at the bottom. So I'm just going to be stamping in Memento because I am going to be using the alcohol blends to colour in some of the stars. And we just follow that curve and stamp. There we go. And then with the sentiment, I've chosen May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. And that's going to go on the top one. So we're just...
You're going to sing it?
No, I'm not going to sing it. Really do not want to hear me sing. I'm sure my mum will tell you that.
I thought all mums love their children singing.
And then that's just going to go, that sentiment is going to follow that curve. Like that. So that's that. And let's do a little bit of cleaning because my fingers are already messy enough as it is, so I don't need any more on it. So that's that. Let's do some colouring. So what colour shall I have? Can I have a yellow please, Joe? Because I'm going to be using the green and the yellow vellum. I will need to blend, sorry. Thank you. So I'm just going to go with the yellow. So Jay's given me Mango Melody, so which was actually a good call because that was the ink I used. So I'm just going to colour in some of these stars. Around, and then I will grab the Granny Apple Green Dark, and then I will just colour in these other ones. So, obviously my prototype, which I did, I've done this in the reds and the greens. So more traditional Christmas colours, but we'll see. I'm still going to stick with Christmas, but we're having a yellow and blue Christmas. So that's that.
We can have any colours.
We can. So non-traditional. So that's going in like that. That's going to go on like that. So it's a matter now, I just want to trim it down a fraction. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer, just to make this fit into the card a little bit easier. And I'm just going to take probably 1 centimetre off the top and 1 centimetre off the bottom. Okay. And then what you're going to do, I found for this particular one, if you use the Stampin' Seal, and we can then pop some, one's got a little bit gunky on the edge here, which is why it keeps going back in on itself. So I'm going to run some of the Stampin' Seal along the edge. Come up. And along the edge like that. And this is then just going to get stuck down flat into the card onto the outside. So choose your front, and then that's just going to go in. So it's the same width. And now it's gone down flat. So that using that Stampin' Seal gives you an instant stick. So you can use glue if you wanted to, but it may move. So Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus would be a good thing to get hold of. Stampin' Seal Plus is a more it's a stronger adhesive, and because it's now gone, so it's gone down flat. So that you saw me, this is what I did live on camera. It's already dry and I've got it flat down. So that's that. And then these are going to then get stuck on like this. But before we do that, we will just bone fold this. Do you want me to use those, Jay, or are they as a reminder?
As a reminder, and you can use them, I think.
Okay.
In the channels.
So we are going to put this down. Where did you put the gold sprigs you pre-cut me earlier on, Jay?
Well, it was on the laptop.
Oh, chances of that. So use some dimensionals. Sorry, I'm going to give you nightmares now for you who don't like using dimensionals a lot of it, because I'm going to use a lot of it. Have you found them?
No, because I didn't want to spread water all over the laptop. I was being nice. I cut Barry some gold.
Yeah, he cut me some nice gold sprigs earlier on, but I didn't see where he put them, and obviously I've come along and I could put them in the china shop and just probably put them, moved them somewhere, and I didn't know they were there. He didn't tell me they were on the laptop. He just told me he cut them. I actually have not seen them. So that's just going to go down there like that, and we're just going to follow the card.
I think I put it in here. I lied. There you go.
See, he was all ready to blame me. He lied. He did actually cut them for me, but he put them somewhere safe, which is a first.
Because I knew you'd come in and just mess it. No, I'm kidding.
So some dimensionals on the back of this one here as well.
Don't forget to add comments if you haven't done so. Oh, thanks. Thanks, bros.
That's that. So that's that one there. So we are nearly done, and we're just going to have the finishing touches, the bow which we coloured with some sprigs.
Krista was like, I probably would have added 2 more dimensionals.
So, and then we would then just run that across there. So that there is that. I might just need to get some scissors along the edge there. I'll do that off camera. It's just a little bit, it's just overhanging ever so slightly on this side here, so it's going to bug me. So that's that. So we done the coloured the bow in earlier on. So this is from the Curvy Christmas. So you've got the bow here, and it's easy, and it is very easy to fussy cut out. So don't be scared by that. And in the dies, you've got these lovely leafings.
Ooh, hint,
Leafings. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Those of you who went to on stage will know what I'm saying. Leafing. So I'm going to pop something down like this. All right, so let's make a little bit of a, I should have done this first. We just need to stick these together. So a little bit of glue, and then we're just going to offset them. And another little bit of glue. And we're offset. So just hold those, and then we'll take the bow, a little bit of glue in the middle here. And then that's just going to sit on the top. So I'm not going to worry about the sprigs coming out underneath. I actually want it to be like that.
They look like waves.
And then we will then find a home for this. So I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to leave it to you again. Left or right? Shall we go here or here? Going to come down a little bit low, up high. So so let's go right.
Right.
I think I said left, didn't I? I'm always getting my left and my rights mixed up. Right or left? Right or left? So quite liking right.
4 right, 2 left.
Right, left, left.
Ooh, ooh, I think right still. Right.
Right. Okay, right, we have it. I think right's a winner.
Did you say the wrong right though?
I think I did correct. Well, I left it in the right hand side. You did all mean this side here, wasn't it? Because at the beginning I did say left and right, but I actually meant right and left. I'm confusing myself. I think we're over on this one here.
Yes. That's what people are saying. We should have, I don't think we can do a poll on YouTube now.
And then that's going to go down there. And that's that. So we could possibly pop some of these iridescent pearls in. Now these iridescent pearls are this month's freebie gift. So anyone that orders with us and uses the current host code, which can be found on our website, between 50 and 149.99 pounds, will receive a packet of these worth £7, I believe, free of charge. Plus, obviously, a thank you card from us as well. This is what you'll get. This is what your little thank you gift is from us this month. Obviously, if it's over 49.99, then you'll get £15 worth of free goodies, which you can choose on your order. So yes. But if it's between that, then we'll send you the gift. If it's over that, then you get to choose whatever you want there and then. So let's use our take your pick tool and let's just see. Where do you reckon, Jay? This is where one. So I'm thinking like 1, 2, and maybe 3 over here.
Yeah. To the left, to the left. 2 on the left.
In there like that. And there we go. There is. I'm actually really happy with how that comes out. So you can see it looks really, really messy and ugly at the beginning. I thought, oh my God, is that really going to work out? But I think once you get everything with this type of crafting, you just kind of need to persevere and work with it and then finish your project, because until you finished it is then when it all comes together. So there is my non-traditional colour Christmas card. So if I bring in the other ones which I've done, so this is my traditional colour. So you've got a red and you've got your red and your greens. And I have done this one here, which is your blues and your reds, which has then created that purple.
Yeah, so great choice, everyone. You got the blue and the yellow is the one that you didn't actually make.
Yes, so I'm actually quite happy with that. So you can see, and on that one there, I've done it with just the white sprigs, and there's a no gold. And then I thought, okay, we need to go with red and green. So what goes with red and green? Gold. And Jay started singing a song earlier on.
Red, gold, and green.
Yeah, don't start singing it because I have to pay royalties. So we've now got a blue, yellow, and gold. And there we go. And green mixed in there because the two have merged together. So you've got 3 colours for the price of 2. So what do you think? Do you like? So we're gonna give one of these. Well, we're gonna give this card away, the one which I actually made live tonight, the one and only, because it's the one and only red and blue. Sorry, yellow and blue card I've made. So this is unique. I've got lots of those ones. So I've got lots of the red and the greens, so you can see it looks a complete and utter mess, but once you get it into the channel and then you get a nice white card behind it, it then makes things pop a little bit more. So don't be put off by these. They look horrible to start off with and messy, but they do work. All right, so I've got lots of cards like this to make now, I think, haven't I? So good. So Jay's going to come in and he's now going to show you a project which he made recently, which is using the Curvy bundle as well, whilst I then get ready to pick a winner for this project. So get your names in if you haven't done so. Jay's just finishing up right now.
Yeah.
And away we go. So Jay's not nowhere near ready coming over here.
I'm coming. I'm here. I didn't have my treat box for
there.
creating kindness, but never mind. So yes, so get your comments in. Or you're too late now, but stay a bit longer. And yes, so I love it. Love that. Great. When when Barry was playing this morning, and I was just like, "What are you doing?" And then I saw his hands. So I was just like, wow, okay, I'll leave you to it.
Not as bad as this morning.
So remember last live stream I showed you how to create this, and I actually created this background, and I used it for the Stamping Sunday blog hop, and I also die cut this on the previous live stream, and I just added the gold Forever Gold laser cut, which is the theme of the hop. And on that hop, I created a matching 3D as well, which is this one. It's the mini paper pumpkin. I gutted it the front using paper trimmer. Use ruler and pencil just to get a border in, and I haven't actually stuck that down. I can still open it up and change it, still take that off, but it stands there and it's got quite a nice height to it. So double layered dimensionals, triple layered dimensionals, but it's got the way that I did the leaves or the garlands are the same as what I did on the previous video. So it's just using the same techniques as what we've already shown you, but adding different elements with the laser cut as well as the ribbons as well, and die cutting the curvy dies, and then adding the top as well there. So yes, so check out the blog for more details and the other projects created by the Stamping Sunday design team, and with using the Forever Gold. And on
Is that what you were looking
yes,
for?
on Thursday I created this treat box. It hasn't got the curvy. I thought I'll change it up slightly. The Nothing's Better Than bundle is new to us, and this is using the, what's it called again? I've forgotten. But the mini shipping boxes, that's it. And just by adding a couple of score lines there, you can change the look of it. But it's such an easy treat holder to make, and you can keep it flat if you don't glue the base, because you can still take that off, decorate it beforehand, and then just keep that flat until you need it. And you can, with the Nothing's Better Than, you have 4 different things to do that. And I love the faux glossy die cut effect. So check the video if you don't know, if you haven't seen that before. And yes, and we are gonna do the drawing now.
So yes, so we are all ready. So one lucky person is going to win this card right here. So Jay's going to hold it up.
Yeah,
and we will flip you round.
Good luck, everyone.
And the winner is going to be, who's going to win it? Kathleen!
Yay! Congratulations!
That card is working its way to you. Excellent. Superb. So,
congratulations, yeah. Email us at barryandj@mitosocrafts.com with your details, and let us know that you would love to receive the card that Barry created this evening. As mentioned previously, if you are watching the replay or come back to watch the replay, do pop in a comment and you'll be put into the random draw to win one of these
these ones, yes.
You have a higher chance of winning because there's hardly any comments that, it's not as much comments, shall I say, as the live stream. So yes, do pop in a comment, and good luck to everyone.
Yeah, lovely. Excellent.
Cool.
Let's see what Jay makes with those offcuts.
Thanks for the great ideas, though. Everyone was saying vases and things like that, and layering, and
I've got a couple.
Yes, yes, I have been playing around with the quite curvy dies, doing layering as well in bright colors, but I haven't completed it. Yeah. But thanks again for joining us this evening.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you, Kathy. All the best. Thinking of you. Sending you virtual hugs. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Good morning, good day, and we will see you again on Wednesday. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Stay safe. Bye.